See, we may think of it as a subservient relationship and we fear, and yet if you are made in the image, and I'm telling you, and we have been told that all things can be done, then where did we lose that ability? Did we stop being like the image in which we were created? Because we were told, and in verse 28 it says, and God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it and have dominion. God blessed them, first of all, and then said, be fruitful, multiply, replenish, establish dominion. So if we're accepting life and saying, well, that's just the way it is, then you must be fruitful. You must be multiplying. You must be replenishing. You must have dominion over something. Because if you don't, that ain't the way it is. So what life have you accepted? That is not a life in action. That is not an inspired existence. It's a life on pause, on hold. Because unless we are here doing the things we were commanded, then that ain't the way life is. And so our discomfort is coming from the fact that we have accepted something other than what we were given. And I tell you, I would be uncomfortable too. If you told me that I was the son of the king and I'm living as a peasant, believing that I'm a peasant, and then I found out that I'm the son of a king, hold on, wait, I'm going to be a little upset too. Because this whole time I was living as a peasant the whole time. Why was I doing that? Now, once I find that out, I got to dust that off. I am not a peasant. I have to live. I'm going after what I was prescribed. That's mine. I'm going to get it. It is yours to go and get. Yet we're affected somehow. How is it that we stay stuck, not knowing, accepting and saying this is the way life is when it's not supposed to be that way? We're living the wrong life. How did we get this way? Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Fear of the unknown. We fear the unknown, yet there is more that we don't know than what we do. So we're fearing life. We cling to familiar pain because it feels safer. I'm okay with this. I'm going to keep accepting this over here because I'm familiar with it. But the thought of this not even existing anymore, me being rid of this pain, me not being in this situation, not being taken advantage of, manipulated, gaslit, abused, I can't fathom that. So because I can't see what that's like and I'm so familiar with this abuse, I just cling to it. It's familiar to me. So I would rather hold on to something that's familiar than let that go and embrace something that's unfamiliar. The unfamiliar is scarier than the familiar. So the abuse and the oppression that I have been accustomed to, I would rather that than, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's going to be over there if it's not. This is what we tell ourselves. We will justify being in a situation we shouldn't even be in. All the signs point to the exit, and I know, because I'm too afraid that what if I go out there and it's worse? What if you go out there and it's better? How are we conditioning ourselves through fear to say that something that is negative to me, there could be something worse than that? What could be worse than the suffering that you have been going through? More suffering? Because that's all that happens as we negate ourselves, as we fear the unknown, we cling on to that known trauma, that known abuse. And what we're saying is, I'm comfortable here. This is how life is, and I've accepted this. And if we're going to accept it, then accept it.